You know, I look at this and I see the clouds moving. I think, you know what this game needs? More clouds. I think they're moving. They look at the movie to me, but I guess it's just been looking at it too long. What are you doing? It is I, the Terror is looking you back to West Asagao Academy. Continuing, John turns out. John and Han tried to spend more time together over the next week, but proved to be rather difficult. Did John plays practice their homework, PB&J, and Nobles club meetings, and practicing for servant? There's hardly any time in which they could see each other. Even when they did, they were almost never alone. Miles in Hana's room, Pugy in his, students wandering the fields and hallways. All the time she wasn't spending with John, she started to consider his proposal. Sultan has his belief that she would still make the best tree this side of the Pacific. She had no doubt he was still meant it as a compliment. Judge Moore put his foot in his mouth. He was blunt, straightforward. He just said exactly what he meant, even if that wasn't the most tactful thing, or even what his true feelings on the situation were. So, doing it a different way, being a tree really was a special kind of talent. One had to be still, but he totally lacked presence. Apparently, ninjas trained hard to develop this kind of ability. Here, she had it naturally. Sure, telling the tree wasn't exactly as cool as being a ninja, but it would be kind of cool to be in a play. Due to her stage fright, she'd never been in one. If she didn't, you have to speak to be a tree. For the perfect role. She had opportunity as perfect as this would come again. So, it is totally reasonable and not at all reaching those occasions in mind, she went to class to talk to John. John was in class that day. It was unusual, but not totally unexpected. John was so behind with preparation for the play and had been working hard. But surprised her, she skipped class to instead of review costume designs. The fight ended, she headed to the theater, intending to study John's offer and help in any way she possibly could. She went to the theater, it creaking with what felt like deliberate menace. That was long and drawn out. Right the open doorway cascaded through the audience seats and down on the stage, but nobody came. House lights were off, only a few lights dealing with the stage. Maybe the John Club didn't meet every day? It was weird to have those lights left on when it was around. She wasn't about to go further in the dark stage equipment, though. Lady John was resting in her dorm room. Surely something made her pause. Was that a step? Someone was whispering. Concerned, she stepped down towards the stage. Hello? Is anybody here? Prince Echo bouncing off the walls backstage. There was a slight chill in the air the further down she went, and still as the clouds creep up her arms. She heard again, this time to her right. Henry followed the sound, heart pounding hard to shake her vision. A dark form emerged, huddled against the wall. Who are you? What are you doing in here? She got a step closer and her vision adjusted. It was John, holding his hands. This was pale and lined with smudged tears and sweat. Whether he hadn't moved in hours. John! She rushed to his side as he attempted to stifle sobs. He reached an arm towards her and she took his hand in hers. Anna, it's terrible. What happened? Are you sick? Are you hurt? Another sudden cry, John shifted and his love was taking most of the wire bolts and green. His hit her like a pot shattering against the floor. But they can't be. Jacques, he's just in the mess in his lap, shaking his head. What happened? John Harold, crushing over Jacques' muscle body again, and she checked herself. It was too soon. Jacques was in too volatile a state to really be talked to. Instead, shrugged his back, trying to talk in a soothing voice. No, it's okay. It'll be okay. He's a robot, so he can be repaired. The better for comes worse. John continued shaking his head, quickly inconsolable. The idea was Jacques could be fixed if he was just losing it. Instantly, she shifted into caretaker mode. She put his hand on the side of John's head, stealing his near constant shaking and pushed onto her shoulder. You'll be okay. We're going to figure something out. It'll be okay. Put a listen on my voice, okay? I'm still here. You're still here. It'll be okay. She tried to remember common things, calling son and Jim rocking back and forth. When she was with her father and started having panic attacks, this was what he would do to calm her down. She used her eyes shut, praying over for John too. Eventually, John's children calmed. He stiff, they wrapped his arm around her, hugging her like a teddy bear. He stayed at that for a while. She didn't know how much time passed, but she eventually lost feeling in her legs. Finally, John spoke. Jacques is the most important thing to me. What am I going to do if I don't have him? She put out with their embrace, searching his face. You'll be right, John. You're much stronger than you think. Believe me. John saw her, turning away from her. From somewhere within, he gathered the strength to pull himself together. After a second or two, he sat back on his heels and looked at her. Thanks, Hannah. He was still very clear set, but at least he was coherent. Hannah nodded. Maybe there's a way we can fix him. I'm not sure. When I saw him like that, I just... He spit up again. The beginnings of hyperventilation. She recognized it from her own experience. She shook his hand. It's okay. I take you and see him right now. Let's just focus on that for now. To know for sure, let's focus on what's happening right now. John always saw his gentle hand. He took off his jacket, turned his rocks, or was left of him. He had his jacket to bundle together in his arms. He had checked that there were no holes both would drop out of. He nodded at her. Let's go. We rushed through the Blue house. Heads down to avoid eye contact with the students. Thankfully, to the chill in the air and the lack of sun, few students were out. None of them were interested in answering the questions that were sure to come once people saw the look on John's face. When they finally made the Blue house, John asked how to fish the keys from his pocket. Chiso joined the blush that brought to rise to her cheeks. Somewhat irritated even in such good circumstances among one or other things. I drew the door and John rushed in. As she followed, she checked the hallway. Nobody come out of the rooms. They were as far as she could see. She was just at the back of the room where a small metallic attachment was attached to the spear. See, it was Jacques' eyes. She assumed that it was going to accept or charge. She sat on the couch, trying hard to make a sound. John was, for the moment, not really consumed by his grief. She was terrified that something she said or did would break the spell. Thankfully, Beauty was already found. More likely he was on the field, perhaps the girls was mostly against. How'd you feel high? Some birds, I'm telling you. Always the birds. Gently, Jacques remained on his desk and unwrapped his jacket, moving painstakingly slowly, so to alter the position of the wires and gears more than they already had been. When he finally finished, he put on his jacket without seeming to realize what he was doing. The Jacques marked his seconds, skins it seemed. Jean paused to it down, had to peer over his shoulder at the tangled mess. Jacques' head and claws was invisible. Some of the feathers were burned off, while chips in the internal wiring. Largely cut and edges pointed. Something that looked like a microchip had a dent in it. One of his wings was weed attached from his body. John turned to Han and he hastily shook his head. I don't know anything about robotics. John took his hands, pushing his skin up towards his hairline. I know a bit, but not to fix this. Don't know what I'm going to do. Where'd you buy him? If I can go back, I think I can fix it. He also knew about a monk who was in a technological empire on a mountaintop in Tibet. Or at least he did. He's dead now. So I just see the guy's reaction to the update his report because it's easier to figure out than how some old man managed to make a both full AI and a robotic bird shell stick the two together. See. What were they going to do? It's a question you need to ask. John's head was shaking once again. It's the kind of compulsive movement he had must have not really what was happening. He didn't say anything. She now lost a pet. Her father and Hannah couldn't afford pets. Not his sorrow alone. But she knew a lot about grief, echoing pain of his sudden absence. The absence of someone was always there for you. The sudden feeling of living in a world with no safe harbor. Remember, only things you could look after yourself. Only you could look after yourself. She laid a hand on John's shoulder. Do you want to be alone? It John's face, what must have counted as a smile to the circumstances. Thank you, Hannah. He sat down in his desk chair and became as still as a rock. Your first gesture began to bring a scene of what soon was John's bucket rested on his shoulders. She had a feeling he'd be like that for a while. She was George John's here for his reverie. Please don't tell me about this, Hannah. Please. She nodded. He turned back to his desk. Shut the room, shut the door gently behind her. He knew he would come back from it eventually, and he would find John there. He had a very calm personality. He would handle things. But at least he could watch over John. Which is what I could do. Until she was on a walk home, the full impetus of what happened hit her. She was so confident with John becoming shocked that she forgot that she too knew and cared for Jocks. No, this is John. No way. But she couldn't follow the little bird's snark. It's not going to test the hour again, is he? Hot tears rolled down her cheeks. She wiped her face and doubled her pace. I doubt she didn't like to see her cry. Of course, there was no way she could avoid Mai, not when she lived with her. She opened the door to her room, and as soon as she saw the flicky moves of Mai's cold sweater, she dropped her head.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, how did she think go? Good. Turned away, setting her bag on the floor next to her desk. Then she stood staring at it. She always had past getting to her room. She's just trying to get to it so that she would just spoon for everybody. So she has someplace to process things. Now I was here, and it was all she could do to hold herself together, before any next step had fallen to the wayside. Huh? Right? It looked too good. So, yeah, Sarah was not almost like a way to get people not to worry about you. She attempted a smile. What's that? Why wouldn't I be? Her shape wall in the middle of her reply. Look at my face told Hana she didn't trust her as far as she could throw a semi-truck. Where? I was down in her bed and patted the space next to her. Hana grabbed her from the door. If she wanted to, she could run to the bathroom. She did, the stall would definitely be empty. She could cry her by herself in peace. Also, something happened, but at least you wouldn't have to deal with the awkwardness that was someone crying in front of you and not knowing how to comfort them. I followed her against the door and sat to the bed. Sit! She really sat down next to her. She had her face her fallen in the presence of her big, empathetic eyes staring at her with uncomfortable. She would never say Bunny. Bunny had always been there for her in times like these. His elbow just saw her cry about things like this. She buried her face into a soft fur. What's wrong, honey? You can't always keep things to yourself. You already do that way too much. I do not. Her voice muffled Mr. Bunny's fur. I just chuckled. Sure you don't, because I can't hear you crying in your bed on bad nights. New heat sprung to her face. Had she looked at her? How had she heard her? Why hadn't she said anything? She rubbed her hands together, shaking her head. Mike stared at her patiently, like a Buddhist monk in meditation. On a side. Another thought occurred to her. I said she was about Jean's passing. Jean was even more upset, far more upset. He asked her not to tell anybody, so what was she supposed to do? Yes, am I, but it's not really any of my business. It must even sounds like that. Around her back, resting her head on her shoulder. Come on, Hannah, lay it on me. The old mice are scratching covered. She held her head into Hannah's shoulder and her heart squeezed. I was drawn to the theater. I went to look for him. First I thought it was there, but then I heard noise and I found him crouched in the corner end. And I just for the role, but I didn't do as well as he thought I would. Now I might not get the part. That's such a lie. But in the console game, it's necessary. Hana wins as the lie slipped through her mouth. Mine didn't deserve just honesty from her. At the same time, John was a private person. He didn't trust easily, and this is very clearly a private matter. One that didn't belong with the rest of the gossip that's bed daily. Let's spread Mr. Ladder there. Daily between classroom doors. This bed. It was like, I think spread just fits better. It wasn't necessary that she thought Mai would tell people she knew, but the potential harm was far, far too great for her to cave in a moment of weakness. Even if she was sad, even if she was grieving again, even if she could use some comfort. Oh, Hana.
Sure.
What was up with that kid? He's always so rude. He spent all this time telling you her for the part, and now he's going back on his word? Don't worry, it's the best she might, and we both know that doesn't matter most. I think they pulled Hana into a hug. Says she's sad though. Do hope you end up feeling better soon. Much too short to spend it worrying about some dumb boy. Tears once again filled her eyes as she patted Mai's arm. Thank you, Mai. Thank you. She read John's around the next day. It was as if his distraught form alone in his room had played to her all night. Even though she knew he needed time alone and he was not grateful, she left him. He was left him. She still felt like she abandoned him when he needed her most. She had Mai to help her when she was down. At best, she left John with PUBG, but if he didn't have anything, then she would have to suffer alone. She twirled her thumbs by her desk, turning every time she heard the door open. No. No. Not him either. But if he's John roommates, shouldn't John be with him? So you could possibly have a word like that. You sure you're alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. There you go, I knew better when she didn't press the issue. Hey, after last night, if she didn't want to talk, she wasn't going to make her. Not while they were in class, at least. When the bell played, she finally got up for class pizza. She answers. Hey, Fuji. I don't see this other room.
Well,
Well, does he not know? He touched out with something, but he isn't here yet, is he? Oh yeah, there's a funeral this morning. Jay's just gonna stay in bed all day. He pursed his lips. Justin really weird yesterday though. That morning was fine. The morning he was fine. I mean, you saw him. But when I got back practice yesterday, he was in bed. Didn't even want to go eat. That was how he got bad, he thought. But he wasn't coughing or anything either. Hope he's not depressed. Yeah. Hope not too. Try to smile or do something to not raise suspicion. Previously cocked an eyebrow at her. You hadn't really anything about this, would you? Me? Johnny promised to tell anybody, and she wanted to be faithful to that promise. But this wasn't like telling Mai. PVG was one of John's friends. And she made something was going on with John. PVG was the person most likely to notice. Most likely to worry. Most likely to be able to do something about it. What if she didn't tell him when something bad happened? If John found out, she knew he wasn't going to like it. The correct answer is to tell PVG. You can't tell anybody. I wasn't even supposed to find out. I don't think, but I want you to be able to take care of him. PVG nodded gravely and bent towards Hana. She kept her hand around his ear. Jacques broke. PVG snatched by looking for her on his face. Who was that? Now that I think about it. Oh man, this is not good. You tell me I told you, are you? PVG looked at her, then smiled just as if he was a baby kitten. Patted the top of her head lightly. Of course not, that's stupid. I know you wouldn't want him to know, but thanks for telling me. She grumbled as she straightened her bow, smiling a smile of herself. She scratched her eye, PVG. I tried to just try to notice it, even if I did, even if I even bring it up. I also suspected it would be really hard, so I know he was going through. Peter took a hand to his neck, slowly staring into space. You okay? Sorry? Anyways, make sure to take care of him. Thanks for letting me know. No, thank you. I'm glad you're looking out for him. You're a good friend. Peter smiled, then tipped his head back. Yeah, I know. She still took him and went back to her desk. Still. She was confident leaving John alone for the day. As soon as they started taking a roll, she made up her mind. She had to go check on him. Alright, she shot out of her chair.
see you later.
Very well, I'll see you after lunch. She sped out of the room, evading students pouring into the hall, and turned away from the crowd towards Bluebell House. She passed the where John first stood and told her that they were in the same class as Speed walked past the field. She lost his very first day at Asagao. John was suffering on his own. She was about to sit around and let him. John, it's me, Hannah. You were in class today and I was worried, so I came to check up on you. You want to let me in? So Sasha said to him, suddenly a few hundreds in her heart. John, you know, I'm sick or anything, right? You hadn't done anything rash, right?
Hey,
John! The door turned herself quick and the door opened about an inch. She peered through the crack and didn't see anything but blue walls of John's room. John? Yeah, there's no response. There was hesitation. She gathered her courage to push the door open. She has out of the room. The blanket she laid over his shoulders after before John checked over his body. Well, you can't sit to even brush his teeth since I saw him last. Yeah, his clothes look to be the same ones he was wearing the day she went to jacket sponges. Oh, Jacques' skis. The other side behind her sat across from him on the sofa, tugging her legs underneath her. His eyes were red and puffy. There was no doubt in her mind that he had been endlessly crying. She'd been there before, though not exactly. She knew something of what he was going through. He back and took out a small bottle of water, signing it over to him. First time John responded to her. He grabbed the bottle and tried to twist the top open, swiftly. After 2 attempts, he stared steadily at the bottle. How weak was he? Haven't you eaten drinking at all since yesterday? She hunted the top off the bottle and handed it back to him. If you quick gulps, the bottle was empty. If he was apparent, he probably wasn't eating or drinking. He put the bottle on the table. How echo sounded loud in the size of the room. Then, the first time Susan came in, he looked at her. I'm going to quit the drama club.
what?
To what? Heavy handed is to stall her question, glancing away. You don't understand. Jacques was my star, my queen. He was my everything. I can't go on without him. So I might as well quit. Nothing will ever be the same. Jockey John was the most ridiculous thing she ever heard of, especially with the depth of scenes his own drama queen personality could get to. Still, she lost his mind like there was little Hunter or anybody else could do to dissuade him. She would up and nodded. As his passion for his work, after finally coming to the conclusion that she wanted to join the play to be with him, she didn't want him to quit, and after all the hard work he'd gone through. He was supposed to dissuade John. Even if this was what John decided to do, she knew better than that. He knew better than that. This decision made a momentary fog of sadness. It wasn't something he should stick to, or else he would regret it down the line. So, I really don't think he should quit. John turned to stare at her blankly, wrapping the sheet around his head so he looked like a nun. Made her want to laugh, but she hesitated. You know how much John Club means to you. And I'm sure Jacques wouldn't want you to quit either. I'm sure he would be on your shoulder right now and give you a ton of sass. First time she realized one of the reasons Jacques was so important to John. He balanced out John's personality. Jacques had quickly nipped John's anxiety in the bud with humor. Refocusing John's sense of Jacques' sass instead of letting him descend into the darkness. She could hear Jacques, but maybe. Maybe Jacques would have wanted. How could you even know? You didn't even like him. What? No, I love Jacques. I'm just sad that I'm so sad as you that he's gone. She was out of her mouth. She wanted to take it back.
No!
That was what I meant to say. Hannah. The word is clear. She nodded and hung her head. She messed up there. That was definitely her fault. But all she wanted to do was make it better. John shouldn't leave the John Club. She looked up at him. He was staring wistfully out the window. The clouds had finally parted and invited some sunlight. The sky flicked in his eyes. The idea suddenly hit Hannah. Wasn't there another option? John heard his sigh, resuming his dejected state. She wasn't sure how he would take it, but it was a try. After all, it was just a suggestion. All he had to do was say no if he didn't want to do it. He wouldn't get upset with a suggestion, would he? John, I was thinking, why don't you just go to the pest to get an actual bird? One that was exactly like Jacques. You could tell them whether they're the same bird. Just pretend everything is the same. Noting her surprise, didn't say anything. She pushed through. I can go with you if you want, and you can go over the play. You wouldn't have to go to the John Club, and nobody will ask no questions. What do you think? Huh. Johnny said the thought of laughter, but it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. How could you suggest the thing, Hannah? Put it as Jacques, like he's a piece of meat, or an object? Well, he is an object. He's a computer program. Or he was, I guess. What the? What's wrong with you? John's had his hand on the table and Hannah jumped to her feet. Someone was shaking. Oh, my dead body, Hannah. I thought you were this kind of person. I'm glad I found out, though. Can't we almost made you treat my play? Believe it or not, we're on the part of the best ending. Oh, that was just a suggestion. You don't have to do anything about it. Get out of here. This is a sacred space. But actually, you aren't welcome. John glared at her like a picture of some 1950s family, and she picked up her bag. She's just trying to help. Out! So in the hallway, there was still someone behind her. As she knew he wouldn't have suggestion, there was no other reason for him to react the way he did. She was his friend, not an alien in human skin. She should have given her the benefit of the doubt. She trusted where she was coming from. No. She shook her head. Gifts did more than make people sad. It made them sensitive, stressed, volatile. Looking back at the months after her mother died, she did the best to contain her emotions, but even then she lashed out, especially the people who hurt her the most. Judge took a hard time because everything things worse for him. No longer hungry, she said a good point to go straight back to class. She could use the extra time for practice anyways. Next day, Jean was back in class. Review ended. Next time we see the route.